Alright guys, what's up? We're back on the channel here. Me and Papa Joel, we're going to be talking about some masks today. Some very popular masks. People really like the Push Unite. People really like the Carbon Zero here. So it's Carbon Zero, Carbon Zero Pro.
Zero Pro.
Zero Pro. Zero Pro, I will say.
And Zero SLD.
Going for it. And SLD, okay.
Yep.
Got a lot of stuff on the table today. But this, I thought, would be a fun little video, fun little comparison for us to do. So we're going to get into the details here for you guys. But if you like the video, definitely let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel here as well. And when you're done watching, go ahead to the link in the description and pick up either one of these masks. I'm so free. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Joel. Do these look kind of like the old angel eyes that were supposed to come out?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. They look kind of funky. We're going to start off this comparison video. Yeah, I don't know. They do look a little different. Yes, I guess, kind of. They remind me, the closest thing to market that they remind me of is the Virtue Ascend goggles system.
I would agree with that entirely.
So, as well as like overall construction and everything else like that, but we'll get into that.
I would absolutely agree with that.
Push mask looks sweet.
Ugly as shit.
Really?
I hate the pushes, yeah.
What? Get out of here. I think they look dope.
Especially
Especially on skinny people. On my fat face, they look small.
Maybe that's why I hate it. Because it doesn't look good on me.
You got a fat face? You into it?
I think so. I think I do.
All right, so let's not bore the people too much here. We've got the Push Unite, and you've got
I have the
Zero
Carbon
Pro.
Zero Pro and the Carbon Zero SD.
SLD.
Sorry, SLD.
Doug doesn't know what he's doing.
Bro, no, I have not.
That's why I'm here.
Experience with these, but that's why I'll be actually a good first impression. So, all right, let's get into. Why don't we start with packaging for these guys?
All right, cool.
I think it'll be similar. Honestly, they come in a pretty decent casing here. That's a harder
Tinfoil
case,
cap.
I will say.
And it's contoured to the mask.
It is. This is at least mask shaped. It's not like
nice.
a box, but I do like it. Carbon has been known to do a nice job with their different bags and packaging. Otherwise, we have the Carbon backpack is what we use for the camera that you're watching us with right now. But I might give the packaging a little nudge with the Push because it is harder and more protective. However, this does have better storage for you, in my opinion.
Yeah, so one thing that I guess I should mention as part of the packaging / we'll get into it when we talk about like the value of the mask, is that it is going to have an extra lens with it that is going to have this like nice texture to it. And then it also is going to come with a magnetic visor as well as the regular thing there. So that is nice. It's at the bottom. It's got its own separate little slot, which is nice.
It's got its own foam too to keep everything.
Yeah, it's separate foam. So that is to mention with the, but that's not like the actual packaging. That's like actual stuff that's
just
included,
what it comes with, right?
As far as like the actual packaging, I'm probably gonna go with the Push because it is hard. It is contoured. It's less bulky. So like if you are trying to fit it in your gear bag, it is very nice.
I would completely agree with that. But as far as fun stuff and add-ons, I like what's coming with the Carbon so far because it stock comes with that spare lens, right?
Well, the Zero Pros do.
Zero Pro.
SLD, which we've got the SLD right here, does not. So, so overall, this is just going to come with one lens. The Zero Pro is going to retail at $230. It's going to come with two lenses. It's going to come with a low light lens, aka a mirror lens a highlight lens for when it's high light
for when
outside.
It's bright outside, and then for when it's low light situations. I'm assuming this is a clear lens.
Clear. Okay. So, and it's going to come with. You're going to be able to purchase a couple different colors. The other thing that they did straight from the factory is that they included, or they offer a more coverage and a less coverage option. So that's the reason why we have two Zero Pros up here. Gotcha. This is the more coverage, so there's more chin coverage. And then Doug's got the less coverage.
This is the more contoured, I suppose you could say.
Yeah. Yep. So that's nice to mention. The Push mask has like rubber ears here. One thing that I did include that I brought over from the shop is that it does have a chin extension, which is right here. So for bigger people, you can use that and put it on, which is nice, and install that. So.
You can also change up colors of your ears too, right? If you want to.
That is correct. Yeah, you can customize it, which is really nice. Overall, Doug, I really like the Push mask. I don't think it's a bad mask at all. It's definitely a high-end mask. Really cool design in my personal opinion. The lenses are a bunch of different options for lenses, bunch of different options for designs. We've got the Viper Gray here, which is really cool. Changing out the lens is not very difficult. On the inside here, there's a slot so that you have room for your glasses if you're a glasses wearer. So it is nice. Doug,
Let's see if there would be
what's
room
your
for that.
impression on that?
So in reality, and I'll speak to here. I'm gonna set this on the ground. You've seen it. We know it exists. It's fine. For these guys, the extended version of this really gives me the feeling of like the CMD. This reminds me a lot more of a CMD as opposed to the Ascend.
Okay, that's fair.
Put it on. I've heard good things about the foam.
The foam is very similar to like a Virtue style foam.
Which I'm familiar with, so I do like it so far. Here, I'm gonna unbuckle this just because I haven't gotten this set to my face yet.
The chin straps for both of them are going to be magnetic.
I was just gonna say I didn't even realize that until I was taking it off, but
Yep.
that's a nice feature. So it's pretty obvious they came in trying to compete with
High end.
the high-end masks doing this. I mean, the lens is super sweet. The mask itself is very soft, extremely breathable. I mean, look at all that. I felt like I was not getting stuck in my own head too much with this thing. Feel like I could breathe pretty well normally. And yeah, man, that's not bad. Here, I want to put on the small. I do usually wear a smaller fit mask as opposed to a larger one.
You currently wear the Contour 2.
I do, and I love
which
the
is
Contour
definitely
2.
contoured to the face.
It is a little mask. Yeah, see, this I like almost even more.
Yeah, so that actually does protect your chin, but it's close.
And again, I'm used to that. Maybe I'll put up a photo of me wearing my my bio, but I'm used to that. I accept that risk. We'll put it that way.
Okay.
But I feel
That's
like my
fair.
voice projects out of this pretty well. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I definitely can. It's definitely breathable. How much echo are you getting?
A bit.
Okay.
Definitely a bit, but
Keep in mind we're in a closed room, so
right.
there's
That's
that.
the real test. I think might be to take these outside, but it's not terrible. It's not like wearing like a grill where I'm just like screaming into my own ear, or like an i5 or something.
How does it feel on your ears? Because it's definitely a softer rubber
This is
compared to
comfortable.
the push. The
This-
push is definitely a little bit harder rubber.
This doesn't bother me. I've heard with pushes before that they can be really annoying on the ears, and I
Okay.
wore one for like a point. I had to borrow Keegan's. Throw this on. I will say I think I get less echo with this.
Really?
Yeah,
That's surprising.
yeah. I think I actually get less echo with this than with the carbon mask. But this feels really close to my face, like to my mouth, and I feel like I'm not gonna breathe as easily, and I can already feel it pushing on the sides of my head more than the carbon mask. So
It's definitely a smaller mask. So the Push Unite is definitely a smaller mask. You can make it bigger by putting the chin extension on.
Yep.
It definitely sits closer to your face.
yes.
I definitely think, in my opinion, that this echoes more
You think so?
than that, but that's neither here nor there. So lens changing and all that stuff is going to be similar. You're going to have a bunch of different lens options with the Push mask. You're going to have, I think, more options with the carbon
I've
mask.
seen a ton of different colors.
Yeah,
of carbon.
so they've actually categorized into 3 separate categories: a low light, a mid light, and a highlight lens. And there's like multiple lenses.
Wow.
Bunch of different like gray red mirror, gray clear mirror, all kinds of really cool
Dude, Carbon
designs.
just does such a good job with everything they drop. Like they really.
They
That's
do.
why you don't see new products from them a whole lot, because I think they put a lot of time and R&D into it,
That would be
which
true.
I
That would be true.
appreciate.
Yep.
And to date, this is the only mask out of Push, right?
I'm
sure they've made updates over the
Yes.
years in little ways, but like this.
Well, they've only been out actually for a few years now.
Yeah.
So I've had the business for 3.5 years, and they came out after I purchased the business. So they
Okay.
haven't been in business for more than like 3.5 years. But overall, guys, this is nice. I like the design of the Push mask. I just wish that was a little bit larger. I don't like how close it sits to my face. I do like the chin strap that's magnetic. They were the first to do it. I would like to mention that.
Yes,
because
they
both HK
were-
Army and Carbon has now copied
They're
it.
definitely they're copycatting the shit out of
Yeah.
it. Now, what I will say, I think that is a lighter mask than how these felt.
There's only one way to find
What do
out.
you know,
there,
have a
big
skin?
dude.
We'll weigh the regular option first here.
All right, so I'm gonna put the Push mask on. 12.2.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that's completely on there. Okay, 12.2. We've got some stickers and stuff, but if it's really close, then we will. 10.8.
That's kind of significant. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Put the more coverage on there. I'm curious.
yeah, maybe that's the one that felt heavier.
So, guys, one thing to distinguish between the Zero Pro and the SLD, while Doug's doing that, what is it, Doug?
I touched it. Dang it.
You've got your shoulder on it. Here, I got you. 11.5, guys. 11.5. So that is lighter. It is going to come with the magnetic chin strap, so that is a wash for me.
That's actually wrong then, because this felt lighter, man. That could just be the way that it's all distributed and whatnot, like with the way they have the weight distributed. But
Doug's just out of his mind today.
that's nuts. No, you keep talking. I'm gonna have my own existential crisis over here.
So this does come with the magnetic chin strap. I have noticed that the strap, the actual goggle strap, on the carbon is a little bit thicker than the push, which is another thing to mention. You are going to be able to replace the foam on any of these. They're just going to clip in.
Yep.
But here are a few things that, in my opinion, make the carbon a little bit. I would prefer the carbon over the push.
And one more time, price point for these?
Price point is going to depend on design for push, but it's going to be anywhere from about $210 to $235, $245.
Okay.
So we're right in that same price range.
Okay.
Zero SLD is going to come in at $199.95, and that is not going to include 2 lenses. It's only going to come with 1. It is still going to give you the magnetic visor option, as well as the goggle case, but you're just not going to get 2 lenses. You're only going to get 1.
And there is no visor at all for the push.
That is correct. That's actually a really good point. This is supposed to be a little bit harder. I would like to get your opinion on that, because I don't think to me, it's not that noticeable between the two.
It's between these two, right?
Yeah. No. That one is, the Zero Pro is transparent, whereas...
That's a false claim.
Yeah,
Objectively, those are the same.
I don't know. But needless to say, the Zero Pro is transparent, whereas the Zero SLD is not transparent. I actually like the SLD for that reason.
I was just going to say, I don't like transparent masks. I think it's lame.
Yeah. For me, I like the light gray that they make for the Zero SLD, and I like the coal that they like for the SLD, which is like solid black.
That light gray is such a carbon color. Like, that's so just something they would do.
That they do, yeah, for sure. But, for $230, which I think is the more comparable price point for the Zero Pro with this, you are going to get 2 lenses as compared to 1.
2 lenses, a visor.
Magnetic visor option, which
personally
is really nice.
Seems like a bigger field of view because there's a larger lens.
You're going to probably have more lens options. But you are winning on packaging here, and you also get a nose bridge, which we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up too.
So guys, one thing that Push has done that's unique to Push goggle systems is there is a hole right here, and you can actually adjust how much your nose bridge comes in. So if you've got a very large nose, you can bring it further out. If you've got a very small nose, shallow nose, then you can tighten it in so that you get a really good fit, contoured fit. One thing that I've noticed that people keep on saying about the carbon is I try and sell them ProFlexes in the store because it's a cheaper mask and overall a good mask. But they like the fact that the nose bridge around the carbon it has more space, and I would like to mention that the Push does as well. Like, there's more space. There's not as much foam there.
Yes.
So nothing to mention.
I keep putting it on.
You like it, don't you?
Honestly, I do. I do.
I will say, everyone that's put the carbon on really likes it. But I do sell a lot of the Push, and people really like the Push goggle system as well. Push really comes out with some super fire designs when it comes to this. So
I think my least favorite friend, Danny, I think he was considering buying a carbon mask, and once he's done dealing with his wedding stuff. But
yeah. So Doug, which one are you going to choose?
Oh, carbon.
Carbon?
Having a nice case and an adjustable nose bridge is not enough to sell me on a mask that feels too close to my face. I feel like I can't see as well out of compared to this. Feels like I can breathe better in this. Feels like I can get my voice out of this mask better. This comes with a visor. It comes with it too. Like, even with my Bio 2 that I love, I had to buy that visor separately. It didn't come with it. This literally, if you buy the Pro, or actually with either the Pro or the SLD, comes with it no matter what. And just the amount of lens options and stuff, carbon I think is a much better bang for your buck, and it's overall just not as expensive.
Agreed. You are spending like that high-end price point, guys, but for the most part, you're spending that money with the carbon, and you're not having to really add anything to it, which is a really good point.
Because if you go with that Pro, you get a second lens.
Yeah, highlight and low light. So,
how much are replacement lenses for each?
They're comparable.
Okay.
Like they're all in the same price point now, like that $50 to $65 range.
Okay.
I know that like the mirror lenses are $65 for this. They might be a little bit cheaper, but like we're arguing over like $5. So
that's not an argument to me.
Yeah,
If it's
yeah.
not $10, it's not an argument.
So for me, Doug, I'm gonna choose the carbon as well. I really like the carbon. Super comfortable and everything else like that. I would say that this does have some really nice options. The nose bridge is a big thing. This hard case is really nice. I like how easy it is to put it in your gear bag, as well as I just think that this mask is aesthetically more pleasing to me personally. I think it looks sweet. This one looks the carbon.
This looks a little bit like a space helmet.
UFO. Yeah, that's what everyone keeps on saying is like it looks a little space-esque / alien /
But it's not as
UFO
stupid as like. But it's not as stupid as like the EVS.
No.
That is straight up an astronaut helmet. Like I feel like a space cadet wearing that thing.
True. All right, guys. So there you have it. That is a comparison between the Carbon Zero SLD, Zero Pro, and then we've got the Push Unite there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, Doug. What would you like to say?
I would like to tell people that I hate Joel, and
Wow, it's great.
if you guys did like this, let us know in the comments. Obviously, do subscribe. When you figured out which one you want to purchase, use the link in the description, please, so that we know which one you guys liked from this one. See ya.
See you guys next time.
I'm so free.